Today, you will be learning about refraction in different shape of the object. Like if we take a rectangular slab or a prism, how come the refraction is going to take place? But always keep one thing in your mind. When the light travels from rarer medium to denser medium, it moves towards the perpendicular line. When it travels from denser to rarer, it moves away from the perpendicular line. Always in refraction, you have to keep one concept in your mind. When the light travels from rarer medium to one denser medium, the refracted light will move towards the normal. And whereas if it travels from denser to rarer medium, it moves away from the normal. If it falls perpendicular to the medium without any refraction, it travels straight into the object. So this point you have to keep in your mind. If you know this point, you may able to draw an refraction of light in any type of the object, any type of an object. Now, let us move on to the refraction of light through a rectangular glass slab. So, I'm going to take a glass slab which is in rectangular shape. Children, you know very well when the light travels, when the light ray enters into the glass slab, okay, it makes some incident angle. So when the light ray incident on the glass slab, at that point you can draw one perpendicular line. Okay. Now you know air is a rarer medium when compared to one glass slab. So when the light enters from rarer medium to one denser medium, what should happen? It undergo refraction. Refraction means there is a change in the direction of the light. So instead of that light traveling in a straight line, it starts bend. But how it bend? Whether it move towards the normal or it move away from the normal. When it travels from rarer to a denser medium, you know it always moves towards the normal. You can see the picture, the first portion of an refraction. Whereas when the light reaches the edge of the glass slab, that time it need to travel from denser to a rarer medium. So when light travels from denser to rarer medium, it went away from the normal. It went away from the perpendicular line. So basically, with the help of this knowledge, you may able to draw the refraction through any type of an object. So this is a basic thing. There is nothing big to memorize. Only the few things you have to remember. Based on that, you can draw the own diagram. So when you extend the line, see the first line we call it as an incident ray. When it enter into the glass slab, that ray we call it as an refracted ray. Whereas the ray that has been drawn after the glass slab, we call it as an emergent ray. So the incident ray and emergent ray are parallel to each other. Because when you extend the incident ray with the help of your scale, you may able to see that the emergent ray and the incident ray are parallel to each other. So it shows that the incident ray are laterally displaced when it come out of the glass. It is not traveling straight. It get displaced to one certain angle. That we will call it as an lateral displacement. You would have seen about a prism in your lower class. Like white light enters into the prism, it gives you 7 colors of light. A prism is a transparent solid body that has 3 rectangular face and 2 triangular bases. So basically the triangular faces are taken as an principal faces of a prism. So whenever you 2D, if you are representing a prism, you used to draw only the triangular portion of the prism. So what is actually happening? When the light enters into an incident light falls into an rarer medium to a denser medium, the point where the incident light touch, that point we call it as a point of incidence, and we will draw an perpendicular line. So when it moves from an rarer to an denser medium, air to an prism, it moves towards the normal. Whereas when it reaches the edge of the prism at AC, again draw normal, it travels from a denser to rarer medium. So it moves away from the normal. The light enters into the prism, we call it as an incident ray. When it changes the direction at the point of a prism, we call it as an refracted ray. When it comes out of the prism, we call the ray as an emergent ray. So incident ray, refracted ray and emergent ray. And you know that the angle that it makes with a normal, we call it as an angle of incidence, angle of refraction and angle of emergence. We come across the word reflection and refraction. Now the new term called as a dispersion. What do you mean by dispersion? Before that, we always admire when we see the colors in the sky, especially the rainbow. So the rainbow is always possible when there is a sunlight along with the water droplets. So now for the understanding purpose, let us take the prism. When you allow the white light to passes into the prism, it gets split into 7 colors. So these 7 colors are, VIBGR. From the bottom, if you start, violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange and red. So from this we come to know that sunlight is made up of millions of colors. So when it falls on a different object, especially if it undergo refraction and the dispersion, it results in a different colors. So the band of colors, we call it as a spectrum. So splitting of white light into 7 colors, we call it as a dispersion. When you see this one, when the light enters into the prism, the ray of different color are deviated through different angles. So violet will be bent more when compared to a red. Rainbow. The rainbow is a very beautiful and it is a natural spectrum on the largest scale. See, when you take a prism, when you allow the white light to pass through, you will get a spectrum that is what a minimum range. Okay. Whereas this rainbow is a natural spectrum on the larger scale. It is always formed in the direction opposite to the sun. In the direction opposite to the sun. So when there is a moisture along with the sunlight, each droplet undergoes an dispersion. When the light enters, it undergoes a dispersion and it forms a larger scale of a natural spectrum. We call it as a rainbow. So in this video, I spoke about refraction and also the different types of a lens. And similarly, when the shape of the object vary, how come the refraction through them differ, like glass slab and also an prism. Then we moved on to an dispersion. Thank you, children.